guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of the Spacious Tarot. I'm so excited to be doing a review of this. I wanted to be able to work with it for quite some time before I did a review. I did back this deck on Kickstarter. I really believed in this deck and the artwork and just the energy that it had, and I think this is the most I've ever backed for a deck. I was kind of one of their like upper tiers, so it came with a lot of beautiful extras. You know, I got a reading from Carrie Mallon, the creator of the deck. Her artist Annie is currently making a painting that's going to be going along with my reading that I had. It's just they're two very wonderful people, and so, you know, now that I've had a good handle with the deck, I want to be able to review it. So there's a few things the box comes in. One of them, or the deck comes in, one of them is this beautiful box here. I do not have the cards in here, they're actually in here, but you know, this box is beautiful too. I'm like, well gosh, there's so many beautiful places to place my deck. So, you know, very lovely box. It says this space is for you. And it has the stars in there. And so let's take a look at their guidebook. Actually, I also got the audiobook of their guidebook. But this is it. And again, the creator is Carrie Mallon, and Annie Ruget is the artist. Such a talented artist. The two of them combined, oh my goodness. They are quite the dynamic duo. So there's a little note from the creators, a little bit about the tarot, and, you know, some general information. And then there's some extra stuff on like reading gender and stuff like that. And they have the Spacious Tarot spread that you can try out. And then finally it goes into their cards. So here for the majors, starting off with the Fool, it says potential, leap, adventure as your keywords. And I like Carrie's point of view, you know, as she talks about each of the cards, you know, that you would see kind of throughout. But it's the same, you know, same kind of layout. It would have some keywords and then a little bit about it, which I think is pretty awesome. And I love to go through people's guidebooks because I think that it helps to broaden my vocabulary in my readings. And, you know, I'm always looking for other people's points of view. I just think it just adds so much flavor to a reading. So, okay, like I said, the deck is not in here, so we're going to place this off to the side and go into this beautiful box, which came with the tier that I pledged at. And so it's, you know, burned into the box. We have the wing, and we have the Spacious Tarot. It's just awesome, and it's just special. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put my cards in here. But they also had a little bag to carry your cards. So I keep them in this special box, but they're already in their little pouch. So then I can take it, you know, take it with me on the go. But if I feel like my cards are going to get knocked around, then of course I'm going to be placing it in the box here. Okay, so let's close this up and let's take her out of the pouch. So this is your standard tarot size, and it has the beautiful kind of little stars on the back, and no borders, by the way. I'm just like, I love when the art just goes edge to edge. It's awesome. Okay, so it's really sturdy cardstock. I don't know, maybe 320, 350. And yeah, it's good stuff. It's gonna stand the test of time. But yeah, like I said, standard tarot size. So let's jump into these beauties. Let's look at these Spacious Tarot. There's so much space in the art of these cards, and I'm just like, oh, I want to finally be able to share it with you. So let's dive in. Like for the first card here, the Devil card. I like that it's so simple and there's so much room for interpretation and just allowing your own intuition and your feelings, anything that comes to the surface, to just manifest itself in these cards. And what I like is, I mean, it's pretty dark, but you can kind of see that it's really dark here, but there's this kind of sun, you know, either setting or rising, you know, out of the forest. So yeah, I mean, it just can be taken any number of ways. Oh my goodness. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, and this High Priestess card. That was like what got me. I'm like, okay, let me take a look at this deck. The Ten of Cups all coming together, create. And they are out of order because I've been working with it quite a bit. And like I said, I wanted to be able to have a good grasp of it, a good handle, before I did a review. You will see like little animals and stuff for the court cards. So for the wands, you have kind of like these lizards, geckos. And the Emperor with the poppies. Like everything is like below the surface. Things are working out of sight there. We have the bears for the pentacles. I will have to say, I think the pentacle suit is my favorite with the bears. I do love the koi fish too, for the cups. Oh, I also received, oh, I should have brought it out. But I got one of their enamel pins as well. And the enamel pin is of this flower, which is pretty cool. Just gonna let you guys like soak this in. And no matter how much I've worked with it, I just love just sitting with them. Just kind of seeing what comes to the surface, seeing what I need to work with. So for me, I use it a lot for meditation. I have used it for client readings, so I feel like I can use it for myself, but I could also use it for other people. But I feel like this is a really deep deck. Like, I don't use it for any like frivolous questions. Like if somebody's willing to do some shadow work, willing to go deep, this is the deck that I use. I remember that you can press pause at any time if you would like a longer time with any of the cards. So there's a few cards. If I love them, I know I'm going to love the deck. Like the Fool card, the Empress, you know, a certain court cards like the Pages and things like that. And yeah, Empress is one of my faves. And the Strength card. So much to say. So much to say. Oh, and then the crows are the ravens for the swords. You know, that air energy. And then, of course, this, which is on the front of their box here. That tower. We have a storm coming in tonight. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a whole lot of that. I also received postcards, like a few of their postcards, and one of them was the Sun card, and you know, a few of these other cards. That's pretty cool. There's that strength card. And I love it because I used to spend my summers in the high desert out in Ridgecrest with my grandparents. And I did that for many a years. And so the desert landscape is a very near and dear to me. I'm a little desert girl at heart. I live by the beach, but I love me the desert. I love that it's a pumpkin, you know, for abundance, things like that. I think this was my best friend's favorite card. And check that out from the perspective of the moon. That's cool. And the Judgment. Walk you through the door, look all the colors, leaving the monochrome world. Just so much there. I like when cards don't like just spell it out for you. It makes you work with yourself. Okay, so let's zoom out. Okay, so let me just pull 3 cards for you guys so you can see how I might read with it. And you know, I'm just asking for just general reading, maybe for anybody who's watching. If this connects with you, great. But you know, otherwise, I'm just trying to show you how I would read with the cards. A lot of people say they appreciate, you know, having a little mini reading. Oftentimes, it does connect with people, so that's fantastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull our cards. Ooh, we got the Sun card, which is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Well, okay, all of the cards are my favorite cards, I will say. Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. So a couple of 5s. That's interesting. Okay, so again, the Sun card, the 5 of Pentacles, which in this one you have, kind of get in there so you can kind of see what's going on. Have like things so far away and so difficult, you know, to get to. That's interesting. Okay, and then we have the 5 of Swords. Okay. What I'm getting with this is, you know, just reminding people of the cycles of the way things are. That oftentimes without experiencing, you know, a loss of some sort, whether, you know, you physically have lost something, you know, somebody in your life, your, you know, a possession, or here, you know, where feeling very disconnected mentally from maybe what your surroundings, what's going on. It's oftentimes in these heavier times when we learn the most about ourselves. It's not when, you know, we're going to yoga every day and we're doing our meditation, you know, which these are all things, you know, we can do to aid our mental, physical, and spiritual selves. You know, pulling cards and, you know, everything's going well and you're like, wow, I've made so many advancements, and maybe you have, you know, and you've learned a lot about yourself, but it's when you apply it to the heavier times of your life that you really, really learn to appreciate, learn to have gratitude. You learn so much about yourself, and that's when you level up. You know, it'd be, you know, we'd love to have these quote unquote perfect lives where nothing bad ever happens. But how would we know that those are good times unless we had the shadow, you know, unless we had bad times and something to contrast it with? So just kind of keep that in mind. You know, whenever something does happen, just know that this is somehow reflecting the best parts of you and the best parts of life, even though it's a heavy moment. So I don't know. I hope that helps somebody. But yeah, I just want to read with the cards too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. So this was the Spacious Tarot, again by Carrie Mallon and her wonderful artist, Amy, I want to pronounce it Rucht. So anyway, they are a couple of fabulous women. Like I said, I'm waiting on the artwork from Annie, and it was my pleasure to be able to back this as much as I did, as much as I could. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com, where I have my room and body sprays, my salves, not only my readings, but also my Wally's World Oracle, and bracelets, and a host of other goodies. And if you want to throw a little of my way and help support what I do here so that I can create more fun educational videos and reviews and all kinds of stuff for you guys, then join that KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot, where I have a ton of free stuff for you guys. Oh, which reminds me, don't forget to join it. Sign up for my newsletter on my website, which is totally free. And I just send a newsletter once a month. That's it. I don't spam your inbox or anything. And I have like DIYs and spells and like herbs I'm using for the month, and decks I'm using for the month. It's all kinds of goodness, and everybody seems to like it. So definitely check it out. All right, so that's it for me, spiritual homies. I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.